All right. I'm not entirely sure what is going on here with Restream, but I am back for now. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I'll wait for people to join. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Restream is bugging out and crashing. Hopefully, I'm back now. And hopefully, it's working now. We'll find out. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Right now, I'm looking at Restream status. I want to see. They're probably not super helpful. But for some reason, I had to completely redo the stream key into Restream. So I'm going to hang around. We'll wait for people to join back in. I see D-Cobb is back. Dude, I don't know what it is about your LinkedIn and your links, but every time I share my screen, the stream crashes because of you. Oh, no worries, Bearded IT Dad. Okay. Let's go ahead. I swear, if it crashes while I share my screen right now I'm just testing it. Now I'm wondering if there's like a bug when I click these buttons, but it's been a long time since I've had true streaming issues. Everything usually works pretty smoothly. We had one day where it just refused to freaking run. Or OBS refused to close. Like that was an interesting error. Hey, thank you, ERX0, for the donation. You can see that you got the priority tag. I appreciate you, my friend. We'll dive into D-Cobb's review first. I'm just going to give it a second to make sure all the streams come back online. So I'm actually going to check them real quick. Let me turn down desktop audio so you guys don't hear it. But let's see. I'm going to, on my other monitor, I think YouTube is obviously live. I think Twitch must be live as well because you guys are chatting on Twitch. Let's see if LinkedIn is still live. It is. Okay, cool. Such a weird, just random blip. Although LinkedIn started a second stream. How about on YouTube? Is it the same stream that was going on before? If it crashes, you need to change the wall. Okay, I'm checking YouTube real quick. One more thing to check, and then we'll finally try to roast D-Cobb. But if it crashes again as soon as I start roasting you, I guess you don't get to be roasted. I don't. Oh no, yeah, YouTube did split it up into two different streams. Lame. But all right. This is a different one. Back. Weird, guys. I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it's bugging out. But let's go ahead and roast D-Cobb now. At least we will attempt to. Every time I click your LinkedIn, it broke before. All right, I'm looking over at OBS. I'm looking at Restream. It's not broken yet. All right. You know what? I apologize. There's one more thing I have to do before I start roasting. I wonder if I have to update the links on Discord. Give me just a moment. Let me just add a note. Okay. It is your fault, Bearded IT Dad. I agree. All right, I dropped a note on LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, freaking Discord. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our first marshmallow that we are going to roast. Drag cob here. All right, number one, based on looking at your pictures, when it comes to LinkedIn, you always want to aim for a professional picture. I'll be real with you, dude. You look like a serial killer in your profile picture, right? It's always good to smile. Smiling won't kill you. And when it comes to LinkedIn and even just psychological, so you can see my profile picture here, psychologically, if you are smiling, you are significantly more approachable to other people. Your profile picture you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this old video game called Hitman. Dude, this this is what you look like if you just add a gun. Right? Let's see. Let's compare and contrast. All right. Here is the Hitman avatar. And here is you. Whoops, I already opened it. Let's compare these side by side. Yep, it's basically the same vibes, except for you have hair and he doesn't. So I will just say, when it comes to networking on LinkedIn, landing a job, personal branding, smile and have a picture that's not so grainy. That part will go better for you. That's a real profile. I thought it was a Call of Duty player. We got Chris Jones doing the roasting. All right. I like your cover photo. Like, it looks nice and professional. I enjoy that you have your certifications listed here. That's very cool. You have your website. It has a nice, simple look. The only thing I would suggest changing is this image. It looks like you're sticking your tongue out at me. I don't actually know if that's what you're going for. Because you have your mustache here. It looks like you're doing this, dude. Like Hannah Montana, freaking tongue out, riding on a... It's not a tongue. Okay, well, it looks like a tongue. Live stream, you tell me. Does that look like a tongue or lips? Because the rest of it is very dark, and then that is like the color of a lip or tongue, it looks like you're sticking your tongue out. Honestly, if you just remove that, it would look really cool. For real. Just remove the weird lip and tongue thing. The rest of it would actually be a really awesome cover photo, but that stands out to me right away. It looks like a tongue sticking out. You guys tell me. Tongue or pout, said Kirk Carter. Tongue. Okay, so I'm not the only one. It looks like a tongue, all right? It looks like a tongue. It doesn't look like lips. Also, I apologize. For not accepting your request. Anyone that I roast, I will accept, but I'll give you kind of a snapshot of why I don't accept requests. Let's see how many I have waiting. Oh, what's up, Andrew? I'll accept yours. I have 2,258 invitations. I gave up a long time ago on being caught up on LinkedIn. Also, why, guys, when you send me messages and I say email me, I get countless messages on LinkedIn, countless messages on Discord. The only way to truly get a hold of me is email. Otherwise, there's a good chance of me ignoring you, not on purpose, just I have too many things to work through. What's up, Ginger Hacker? All right, let's go through the about. Possessing dual master's degrees in cybersecurity and IoT, I am a computer scientist adept at applying my knowledge in computer security and networks to different entrusted tasks. My dedication to effective communication and enthusiastic collaboration is reinforced by a solid foundation in sales and a minor in business. Driven by a passion for continuous learning and adaptation, I aspire to leave a legacy in the domain of safeguarding digital landscapes. I like what you are aiming for here, but it is significantly too wordy in my opinion. It's not too long, But what your about section reminds me of is when I was in high school and I had to write a paper. Let's say the paper had to have, 1,000 words in the paper. You write what you want to write. You realize you're only at 600 words, and then you just add a bunch of adjectives and fluff and big words to try to expand that. I feel like that's how your about section is. And I'll give you some clear examples. So possessing dual master's degree in cybersecurity, that's all fine. I'm a computer scientist adept at applying my knowledge in computer security and networks to different entrusted tasks. No one talks like that. What the frick is an entrusted task? My dedication to effective communication and enthusiastic collaboration. No one talks like that. Who calls collaboration enthusiastic? Is reinforced by a solid foundation in sales and a minor in business, driven by a passion for continuous learning adaptation. Continuous learning implies adaptation. I aspire to leave a legacy in the domain of safeguarding digital landscapes. No one talks like that, in my opinion. I would make your about section a little more personable, a little more like the way you would actually talk, the way you would actually write, and less verbose using those big words. I don't know if that makes sense. And of course, for you and everyone else, this is just the advice of one person, just me. I am not infallible, so take it or leave it. Bro, I just messaged you on Discord. I just told you I'm not going to reply to Discord messages. Email me. And if you said that message 3 times, Jeet, the fact that you just spam chat 3 times, now I'm definitely not going to message you back. Don't freaking spam chat. It's a pet peeve of mine. Okay. You had featured, which is cool, showing some featured posts up there. Let's go ahead. We're going to look at a few things. We're going to look at your activity. So we'll open up your activity in a new tab. We can go ahead and look at your work experience as well, just to see how you kind of sell yourself. So right now you are an IM consultant, permanent, working in the access department on the following technologies. That's cool. So you have a list of tech that you're working with. That's all fine to me. And then before that, you were an IM intern from what I can see. Then you were a full stack dev, it looks like for 3 months. And then a sales professional. Your work experience here is fine. Not much I would add to it. Pretty simple and to the point. If there's anything, I would turn this from just bullet points to actually saying what you have accomplished during your time there. All right, scroll. You have your Master's of Science of IoT and Cybersecurity. That's cool. And a Master of Science from St. Joseph University as well. That's awesome. We go to 4. I'll open up all your education. We can check out your certs as well. I'm going to open that up. And you have some projects on here, which is always good. Is there a link? So if I click this, does it bring me to the project or just the reward? The entire chat on YouTube nowadays. I do try to respond to YouTube comments as well. This is cool, but instead of showing the award, I would recommend showing the actual project itself if you're able to. I don't know if you're allowed to, but anytime there's a project, it gives you the option to click and link to your project, include like GitHub or something along those lines. We got volunteering stuff. We'll check that out. Your LinkedIn profile is nice and full. Like you've added a lot of excellent stuff to your LinkedIn profile as a whole. Oh, here's some publications. Nice. Oh, that's cool. And that goes to an article. Try leak me. Nice. Some cool. And you have a, let's see. I'll open up your publications. You got a lot of good stuff on your LinkedIn. Minus your like hitman killer vibes as your profile picture and your Hannah Montana tongue sticking out. Outside of that, your LinkedIn's actually really good so far. All right, I want to start with that. Well, I guess we'll just go in the order of the tabs that I opened. So volunteer work, this is awesome. Showing that you're active in the community. I've heard of HackSmarter. They're pretty cool. I think HackSmarter is the coolest thing you volunteer for, but all this looks good. Nothing I would add to the volunteering. Publication. So this is what I was looking for on projects. It's great that you have a link, and it looks like it links to your blog where you write about each one of these. So nothing I would add here. You did your publications really well. You have a short description of what it is and a link to click into it. All right, let's go ahead and look at your all activity. So when it comes to posts, it looks like your most recent post was 2 weeks ago. I suggest if you want to build like personal branding on LinkedIn or a follower account or whatever it is, I always suggest making, 2 to 3 posts a week kind of as a minimum. So the fact that your last post is 2 weeks ago is a ding against you, but it's a good post. I'm guessing you got a lot of good reactions on it. Yeah, that's what I figured. But you got to build that momentum, right? So you made this post 2 weeks ago. You got over 300 reactions to it, 20 comments. But then before that, your post before that was 7 months ago, which, by the way, congrats on getting the CRTO. That's awesome. Then 11 months ago, 1 year ago. You need to be significantly more active on your LinkedIn posts if you want to build your LinkedIn follower account, right? You only have 945 followers. I think I have like 65,000 followers, and that's just from me being consistent and being active here on LinkedIn. All right, let's go ahead and check out your comments. Are you adding to the conversation on LinkedIn? Are you helping other people on LinkedIn? I'm going to go with probably not. Your last comment was a week ago, which was responding to a question. That's awesome. And 2 weeks ago. So all this is good because it's you responding on your page or on your post from what I can see. So that's all good. But do you comment on other people's? All right, this is good. I like it. It's not an AI generated slop. It actually has some character to it, some personality to it. But that was 3 weeks ago. You should be commenting daily, if at all possible, on people's posts. I only scrolled a little bit. We're already at 1 month ago. So if I can give you feedback on the LinkedIn activity, is just more activity. Not just for you, but for everyone, I suggest if you want to build like your LinkedIn brand, which LinkedIn is a really good spot for business to business sales, landing a job, things of that nature, 3 to 4 original posts a week, and then daily commenting to interact with people and not just saying congratulations, but asking good questions, adding value to other people. Hey, Jeet, if you have a question for me, Jeet, you can shoot me an email. I'm not going to respond to Discord DMs for the most part. All right, education. I mean, not much I would add here. It doesn't look like you're in the U.S. from what I can see, so I don't feel qualified to give you advice on the education side of things. I will say in the U.S., master's degrees don't do a whole lot for you in cybersecurity. Certifications do more, but you also have certs, so not really a critique there. All right, let's look at what certifications you have. CRTO, awesome. I don't know much about this one, so I can't comment on it. Or about this one. I've just never taken it. Some IM stuff. ISC squared. You don't have all your certifications. Didn't I see in your cover photo you had like PT1 and stuff? Or maybe I'm making that up. Yeah, you're missing some of your certifications on your LinkedIn, like the PT1. That I don't think you've added to LinkedIn. Okay, yeah, so you have those. Oh, you don't want to add them. Gotcha. I mean, the only advice I can give on certifications is OSCP, for good or for worse, still has the best name recognition in the eyes of HR for pen testing. But other than that, your certs are solid. Not much I would add. And that, my friend, concludes a review of your LinkedIn. Let's see what else you submitted. So we have a YouTube channel with you sticking your tongue out. That's cool. You can see I've already subscribed, or else I would subscribe right now. But on the YouTube side of things, one thing that you could add is no, you have it right here. Kind of I think this would be your featured video, is how that works. So that's fine. All right. If we check out your YouTube channel itself, I think you and I actually talked about this. When it comes to growing a YouTube channel, consistency matters significantly more than quality. So you released a video 2 weeks ago, and then before that one, it was 10 months ago, then a year ago. Whether you want to or not, growing a YouTube channel really comes down to what I would recommend, at least one video a week, if not more. I try to come out with about 3 videos a week, multiple live streams each week, and I'm still a pretty small channel. Like, I'm coming very close to hitting 50,000 subscribers, but I make highly technical videos. I don't make much clickbait type stuff for good or for bad. So honestly, I'm probably not even the best person to give advice on growing a YouTube channel, because that's not even my focus on YouTube either. Hence why my videos are highly technical and not like, here's how to hack freaking MySpace or Facebook. Probably not MySpace, but We can go ahead and check it. Well, I'll see. I don't know if this will work. Decob, I'm going to try to watch one of your videos, but it may not play very well in my VM.
Perform this attack using impackets get.
All right.
Greetings everyone. Welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I am going to be tackling a new hard level Active Directory room called Operation Endgame. Without further ado, let's get.
So right away, I get that this is like the anonymous thing to, I mean, it matches like the anonymous mask and to have the computer generated voice. I think that type of computer generated voice works well for a short video, 2 to 3 minute video. You guys let me know in live stream, in the chat, what you guys think. But I think for a video that is, 17 minutes.
Into it. We will first start off by scanning the target.
The computer generated voice would just get old to me, I think. Like, I would prefer for you to use your real voice. As I think it's computer generated throughout, right?
We can attempt to log in via RDP using the X-Free RDP tool and the credentials we recovered.
And that, once again, that could just be a personal preference, but I prefer real voices over the computer generated voices. I get it matches the anonymous vibes. The other thing is the music volume seems too loud to me. And the only reason I say that, actually Ginger Hacker said it as well, music also is fighting with the talking. Once again, this is a personal preference of mine based on conversations with people. But when it comes to making technical content and walkthroughs, I don't think you should have music in the background. And the reason I say that is that comes from me talking to people that English is their second or third language. And I used to have music, like soft music in the background of my videos. And they told me, Tyler, it's hard for us to, like, we already struggle a little bit with English. And when you have music going on in the background, it makes it even more difficult for us to understand what you are doing and understand what you are saying. And I wanted my videos to be accessible for as many people as possible. So I just removed all background music, especially from my long form technical content, to make it easier for people to understand. So if you're going to have music, decrease it significantly or remove the music altogether on the YouTube side of things. Also could be a personal preference. Let me know what you guys think in chat. Oh, and we got a donation from Beard IT Dad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ferry says, I feel like it depends on the audience. Personally, I would prefer watching a real person explain, but feel free to differ from my opinion. KevTech said music is loud. Peace out, KevTech. Good to have you here. Let me go ahead and look at your thumbnails. I didn't really take the time to look at that. All right, thumbnails are fine. Especially these ones. So this thumbnail right here, it looks too generic hacker. What I've noticed, once again, for good or for bad, if you have a picture of yourself on the thumbnail, it performs better. There are a lot of faceless YouTube channels. What I mean by that is there's a lot of YouTube channels that the entire YouTube channel is AI generated, and those AI generated YouTube channels use thumbnails like this. And so someone who is just scrolling and sees your video, they might skip it thinking it's one of those AI faceless generated things. So if anything, just add a picture of yourself on the thumbnail, lower right corner, somewhere in the thumbnail. You don't have to do your typical like, YouTube clickbait face, but I think that will actually do a lot as far as building traction. Good feedback, Zebra. Okay. Last link is the GitHub. Dude, I can't get over this. It so much looks like you're sticking your tongue out at me, but that's okay. And, we can check out your website too. I'll open up your website. So the main thing I'm looking for when I'm looking at GitHub is activity. Your about me, your readme is excellent. Like, it's better than mine. Nothing I would add to it. It looks really nice. You have some things that are pinned. You have some cheat sheets. You have a decent amount of stars. That's awesome. And you have some commits recently, January 30th, February 12th, 2025. You had a bunch right here back to back. Just more activity on GitHub. I always suggest that anytime you're working on something, throw it on GitHub so you can build up that activity. So if you look at my profile, I don't have, the cool about me, but if you look at even my 2026 activity, like there's of course some days I'm not doing it, but I'm pretty active. 2025 was a little more rough, but I'm trying to be more active on GitHub, always adding stuff, creating pull requests. What was the comment? Oh, I closed that one. That's right. Has Rhino did my other ones? No, they have not. They're still open. Anyways, that's very nitpicky. Because outside of that, I think your GitHub is excellent. Like you have some repos here, some try date me, an extension designed to restore the creation publish dates, Pwn and Go, that's cool. Security certification roadmap, Chrome pass hack, decrypting Chrome passwords, cheat sheets for things, CVE. Nothing I would add there. That all looks good. All right, let's check out your website. Your website looks very cool. Has a lot of character to it. I like this hack the world thing. Welcome to this blog, a hub for exploring random. That's throwing me off. I know it's the hacker thing. I would honestly change that. Like when it freaks out like that, is it when I click it? No, it just does it randomly. I would make it so it's a little more readable so it doesn't do that, but that's just me. I like your buttons here. We got Discord, GitHub, subscribe on YouTube. You have your latest articles. That's cool. You have your certification and reviews for them. We'll just kind of glance at one of these if I can. All right, here's one thing I can give you feedback on. All links on your website, you can set this usually, depending on what you're using. You could just use HTML to do it as well. But every time you open a link, it should open in a new tab. Oh yeah, your website is killing my CPU. It's probably just because it's my virtual machine. But every time you open a link, it should open in a new tab, not replace the current tab. It's a small setting you can make. I don't know if I'm going to be able to look at this because my VM is bugging out. I'm guessing it's the colored activity. I'm going to go ahead and close this here. I'm just going to verify that it is just my VM. It has issues with graphics. Yeah, so on my actual host computer, it looks really nice. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't have any issues from what I can see on my host computer. And if you guys haven't checked out his website, take a look. His blog posts are really good. Like your reviews of the certifications are really well done. I'm just glancing through it, but it looks good. But yeah, your website runs just fine on my actual host OS. It's just this that is bugged out. So, DragCob, Decob, hopefully you found that helpful. Take what is helpful and apply it. What's not helpful, you can choose to ignore it. I need to get logged into the admin side of things real quick. Oh, let me open it up in a new tab. Reviews. There's a little admin portal, super simple on the reviews things that you guys don't have access to, but I need to grab it from my password manager real quick. Because I'm going to go ahead and delete your review. All right. So we'll delete DragCob. There we go. All right. Hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you, my friend, for submitting. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Jeet, I told you to email me. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into ERX0 is the next person. Not going on the portfolio is fine if you don't want to click it. Got it. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen while I open up your other links real quick. Oh, is your portfolio ERX0? No, we'll definitely click it. I'm fine clicking it. As long as I review it. I'm going to open in a VM and I review it before I share my screen. So let's go ahead and begin with your LinkedIn. I'm going to grab a drink of water, though. Okay, Armagon Aaron, I don't know how to say your name, so forgive me. And it looks like you are not in the US from what I can see. So anyone who's not in the US, please take my advice with a grain or a pound of salt, which just means I probably shouldn't use euphemisms when I know I have a global audience. But it simply means all of my feedback is going to be from a US based perspective, so it may not apply in your country or your local job market. So just take it carefully if it doesn't apply. All right. Number 1. I like this. Your profile picture, you do not look like you're trying to murder someone. You do not look like you're from the Hitman movie, the Hitman video game. By the way, your tattoo looks sweet, dude. Is that like a skull? That looks awesome. I like your profile picture. It's nice, simple, professional. You're somewhat smiling, you know, like half smiling, but you look friendly. You look like someone that would not be intimidating to talk to. I like the watch. I like the tats. I like the rings. Looks good. And if we look at your cover photo, there's a lot going on in your cover photo, but I like it. I don't know the significance of this. I'm guessing this is your company or something along those lines. So I don't know the significance of your cover photo. And usually I would push people for simplicity, not so much going on. But the way your cover photo is designed actually looks really cool. And I think just fits the vibe. So I wouldn't change your profile picture and I wouldn't change your cover photo. Both look good. You are a cybersecurity analyst. You have OSCP Plus and so do you actually went back and did the OSCP Plus? I'm impressed. CRTO, nice. CEH. In the US, the CEH doesn't have a great reputation. It might have elsewhere, but you got the OSCP, you have the CRTO, and then it looks like some THM CTF. Honestly, I don't know what this means. I would remove it. It reminds me of people who say they're the 1% of TryHackMe. Like, if you use TryHackMe for a month, you'll be in the 1% of TryHackMe. I feel like that takes away from the other strengths of OSCP, CRTO, CEH, and then THM CTF 5th place thing. Very nitpicky. What's up, Jay Gold? Good to see you. Okay, so Arma GP, you are the one I'm reviewing right now. You are ERX0. Got it. It's from your work. That makes sense. Just become 1% on Hack the Box. Let me go and accept your invite since we're roasting you. I appreciate you sending the invite request over. All right, let's check out your about. Cybersecurity analyst at Cologne Bonn Airport. Oh, that would make sense. You work in an airport. Okay, and that's what CBN stands for. I got you. Securing critical infrastructure in the aviation sector. Strong focus on offensive security, especially AD pen testing and attack techniques. OSCP plus CRTO certified CEH honorable mention. Good. Not much I would change there. If there's anything, I would have a little more information about you because it's all you're about is very much connected to your current job. But honestly, that's once again being nitpicky. It's nice, short, to the point, shares your expertise, and shares what certifications you have. I'm going to go ahead and open up your activity in a new tab. On your experience, you don't actually list in your experience what you have done. Cybersecurity analyst can mean a lot of different things depending on where you work. Same with software dev. So I would suggest even 4 bullet points, like 3 to 5 bullet points, I think is a sweet spot of here are the things I do in this role or here's what I accomplish in this role, just to build out your experience section a little more. Your education, IU International University Applied Sciences, looks good to me. I don't know much about that. Your certifications, of course, are excellent. Nothing I would add there. You're killing it on the cert side of things. Your projects here, community-driven offensive security platform. All right, we're going to check this out after I look at it myself to make sure you're not trying to. All right, yeah, this actually looks pretty cool. Interactive security tools, knowledge sharing, and collaborate and learning. Nice, dude. Oh, this is my favorite tool. It looks like this is maybe still being built. Oh, you have a reverse shell generator. Some helpers. Challenges. That's cool. I like whatever this poem-based thing is. It's an alpha. But looks like you started in November of 2025. I don't think the Linux skills do anything. I'm not saying that you have to remove it, but I do see a lot of people take like the Linux skill assessment and then it gets added to their profile. I don't know of anyone in HR that's like, oh my goodness, they passed a LinkedIn skill assessment. I feel like it was a silly thing that LinkedIn tried to push out that doesn't have much value. Oh, Fancy Bear watches John Hammond and includes his work in part of their process chain. So what do you think about potential APTs watching your channel? Hi APTs, feel free to donate on Ko-Fi and I will roast your Onion website. Drop your Tor link. I'll connect to Tor and we can roast it. If APTs watch me, that's cool for them. We can roast the APTs as well. They're just like regular people like me and you. So go ahead and drop reviews.hacksmart.org APT. Drop the Onion site of your ransomware and maybe we can test the customer service of your ransomware site. Okay, scrolling. That's all I'm seeing. Not much I would add overall to your LinkedIn besides building out your experience section a little bit. Let's go ahead and look at your activity. Let's see how active you have been on LinkedIn. Oh, nice. You got this the Red Team Operator cert 2 weeks after OSCP. You're like grinding things out, dude. Congratulations on that. So you made that post 25 minutes ago. I need to go ahead and we'll celebrate that and we'll say that's awesome. That is really awesome. Okay, so before that, you posted 2 weeks ago on passing the OSCP. And it does not look like your post is AI generated. So kudos on that. AI generated posts are a pet peeve of mine, but it looks like you actually wrote that post. And congrats again on passing the OSCP. But so let's see. We made a post 25 minutes ago, 2 weeks ago, and then 2 months ago. Why do I still have headphones on? If I could give you feedback on your LinkedIn post activity, is you need to post way more. I'm a broken record, but like I said before, 3 to 4 original posts a week on LinkedIn is what I would recommend. Congrats on passing Dante's Pro Lab. Here's a repost, CEH. So I think you already know that. I don't need to dig into that. More activity on your LinkedIn post would be great. When you solve a lab or if you make a tool or just something interesting you learn, share it on LinkedIn. Just that will build that follower count a lot. And then if you're ever looking for a job, you'll already have some visibility in your network and for other people. What I've noticed about so many people is they only get active on LinkedIn when they need a job. That's not the way to do it, right? You should be active on LinkedIn, posting, making comments, giving back to the community before you need a job so that when you need a job, you've already built a strong network and you can reach out to people in your network. Let's see how active you are on comments, adding to the conversation. Hey, I love to get roasted. Nice. That's the best comment. We're going to go ahead and heart that comment. That must have been the first stream before Restream freaking broke. All right, so we have that comment 42 minutes ago. This one's 21 hours ago, and this is good. So look for a second, guys, what Armageddon did. He did not only say congrats to Bailey, but also ask them the question, what's next? This is super good because it's actually building a conversation. It's more than just saying congratulations. Let's see. Will Hack Smarter certifications eventually come as well? Hey, good question. I apparently never responded to it, so I'll respond it on stream. Probably not. I personally think there are too many certifications, so I don't ever plan on launching certifications. I want to keep Hack Smarter as affordable as possible with realistic training, but there's probably not going to be like a Hack Smarter certified elite hacker top 1% crap certification. All right, we have this, another congrats. I'd appreciate if you did the same for the CRTO. Oh, they dropped OSCP prep notes. Your comments are good. Oh, man. Relatively active on the comment side of things. You could always do more comments. I suggest at least one a day, but you're pretty close to that. And your comments are more than the generic congratulations. You're asking questions. You're adding value. You're starting conversations. So honestly, kudos on that. Very cool. Well, let's go ahead and check out your portfolio. This looks cool. I love the simple look of it. It's nice and clean. It's catchy. Although, I would remove aspiring. You are not an aspiring red team operator. Just call yourself a red team operator or call yourself a pen tester. It just looks better, but I like this. Aspiring red team operator with a passion for pen testing, active directory attacks, and offensive security. Currently working in critical infrastructure security. You have your certs here. It'd be cool if I could click into these to the verification things. Scroll down. This is a much better about. I would update your LinkedIn about with the about that's on your portfolio or website. This adds a little more character, a little more personality. And dude, I shouldn't have to click your portfolio to find out that you're trilingual. Like that should be on your main LinkedIn page, in my opinion. German, Turkish, and English. That's amazing. Okay, so this is where I can click into the certifications and view them in full. All right, I'm going to click it. Okay, cool. It just pops it up like that. If it was going to open it in my current tab, I was going to yell at you, but it doesn't remove me from your website. So like I said, I mean, if someone isn't working pen tester and just pure search, would you still get rid of aspiring? Yeah, aspiring just looks bad in my opinion. If you, instead of calling yourself a red team operator or a pen tester, call yourself a security researcher. Because even if you're not working in the field as a pen tester, the fact that you have made your own platform, you are studying for certifications, you are a security researcher. Dude, I just got a new donation from my mom. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate the donation. Freaking new donation from your mom. Oh, wow. LinkedIn, your mom. I don't know if you're trolling, but dude, I'll take it. You donated anyway, so I'll take the trolling your mom donation. That's hilarious. When would it be appropriate to add aspiring? Don't ever add aspiring. Call yourself a security researcher or something, in my opinion. Let's see. What if I click into cert? Okay, so this just jumps around. Skills, contact. This is cool. I like it. Do we have any posts? Oh, your posts are broken. You may already know that, but I would remove the post thing if they're not active yet. It's even highlighted red as in like, hey, click me. But your post thing is broken. I am 403 forbidden. I do not have permission to access this document. If I go to the homepage, it brings me back out. But that looks good. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for the donation on Ko-Fi, for the review, and I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to go ahead and remove you from the queue. All right, guys, I got to see who the your mom is. Give me 1 second. I'm logging into Ko-Fi. I got to know who your mom is. Oh, why am I not logged in? All right, let me get logged in. Let's see. Who is your mom? Your mom. I don't even see any information about you. I have no idea. I have no idea who your mom is. I'd have to like log into Stripe to try to find, which I don't care enough about. But whoever your mom is, I appreciate the $5 donation on Ko-Fi. You are amazing. What about red teaming enthusiasts? No, it still makes you sound like a student or something. What's up, Zach? Yeah, hopefully you found it helpful. Oh, we got the bearded IT dad, but this time his GitHub. Make sure he's not doing anything that's going to get me canceled. All right. So bearded IT dad's GitHub, he recently started being more active on GitHub because he's been doing a lot of really good pull requests for the Stream Queue app that you see me using for the Stream Queues. Hey, XBYG2IW, that would be a question for my other channel. I try not to talk religion much on this channel. So I stream on Theology with Tyler. It's my second, much smaller channel. I stream on there every Sunday night. So feel free to ask those kind of questions on my other channel. All right, number one, dude, like your branding is always really good. Your pictures always look nice and professional, especially when it's me and you having a picnic. I am disappointed that your GitHub is not me and you having a picnic, but this looks good as well. All of this looks good. Okay. I thought Snow Media Group was your old thing, which it was. That redirects to the Bearded IT Dad. I don't know if you want to update that. You also have the IT Career Accelerator, which is cool. You built it yourself. I love it. And you have some commits to my repo. Add manual priority override for incorrect Ko-Fi code. Nice. I'll have to check out all your different pull requests. But when it comes, let's go ahead and look at your repos. And let's look at your activity. So I know you are just getting started with being active on GitHub. And so with that in mind, your activity is actually really good. We have some February 23rd, March 16th, March 4th, March 5th, March 6th. I'm guessing a lot of it is pull requests here, which I bet you have some open. Yes, added persistent donations. We'll even check out your pull request live on stream. Now, if someone refreshes the screen or returns to the site, their donation option will persist when they click submit another issue. Ooh, that's actually a really good change. I appreciate that. I will merge that. So you're just making it persistive with the storage key. Nice. Cool. What's this one? Added the ability to toggle on and off submissions. That's a good idea as well. Technically on reviews.hacksmart.org, you can always submit it. I don't know if that's the right way. Oh, it's the company that owns everything. Gotcha. That's how Kairosec is for me. It's the company that owns basically everything. What are we doing? Oh, you're updating the route. Just so that you can close out submissions. That makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I'll approve these. These all look good. But what Bearded IT Dad is doing, guys, it's so good to do. The beauty of GitHub is that these projects are open source, so anyone can contribute to them. I did a LinkedIn review a while ago where I just used like Google Forms, and it was a ghetto way of doing it. And I was talking with the code on LinkedIn, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna make an app that allows it to look like this, so it looks a lot nicer. And I made it, and then he has been actively building on top of it, which has been amazing. Like, he finds issues or submits issues, which I need to close some of the issues because you have resolved some of them. Oh, let me go to, well, I'm on his stream queue here. His is a little bit different because he has his own branding and everything built into it. But he saw an open source project. He wanted to add additional functions and features to it. He did it. He opened pull requests to be approved. That's awesome. That's an amazing way to give back. And that's what I love about open source. It is the ability of multiple people working together to make it better. So, Dakota, thank you for sharing. I guess I didn't look at your other repos. Oh, it looks like some things you maybe forked. All looks good, but you're killing it, dude. Keep it up. And thank you for all your work. All right, let me go ahead and remove you from the queue. Hobby said, Tyler, as someone transitioning from a career in special education and a former college athlete, do you think it's worth it to put this information on my resume or LinkedIn? I do. I do think it's worth putting that on your resume or LinkedIn. You can easily use that information and the strengths from it for cybersecurity. Working in special education gives you a high level of patience, the ability to communicate, compassion, things of that nature. A former college athlete shows discipline, work ethic, things of that nature. So talk about them. Talk about what you learned in that. Is that a troll or is someone's name actually your mom? It's a troll, I'm pretty sure. But I'm totally fine with them trolling because they donated. Yes. Your mom page is not found. They took trolling to the next level by donating to troll, which is amazing. So whoever your mom is, thank you for trolling me because you even gave money in order to troll me. So you win. You win today. I appreciate you. I can't actually review. I don't know if my mom has LinkedIn. All right, guys, I'm going to see if my real mom has LinkedIn. I doubt she does. She's too old school for that. Give me a second. I'm doing some Google foo. I don't think she has a LinkedIn at all. And I'm not I found her on where she works, but it gives like her office phone number and stuff. I'm not going to share it on stream. But she does not have LinkedIn. Otherwise, I would definitely roast my mom since someone gave in the name of your mom. But because she doesn't have LinkedIn, I can't roast her. We could roast her Facebook. I won't do that though. All right, next person in the priority list is Josh Met. How am I doing on time as well? I'm doing okay. Let's go ahead and check out Josh Met. I'm going to stop sharing my screen while I get your link. It's just your LinkedIn though, so I'm assuming it's nothing bad. Oh, Josh, your LinkedIn did not work, my friend. Josh, if you are here in chat, can you drop your LinkedIn in chat? Because Joshua Tech is not a link. That's not actually your LinkedIn. I don't know if you have like a dash in here. Let me just see if I can get your URL to work. No. All right, Joshua Tech. If you are here in the live stream, tell me what your actual name is on LinkedIn, because Joshua Tech is getting page not found for LinkedIn. I'm going to see if I can just find you on LinkedIn real quick. Otherwise, we may have to come back to you. Do. LinkedIn also kills my virtual machine. I don't know why. Probably because it's a Microsoft product. I'm going to search for Joshua Tech to see if you come up on my LinkedIn. Dude, I have no idea if any of these people are you. We have a Josh Tech here who's a chief operations officer. Ex-Tesla. I don't see any other Josh. Oh, maybe this is you, because this is Josh Tech. And you submitted Joshua Tech, but then you called your name Josh Met. I'm sorry, dude. Add in before the name. Oh, maybe that's the issue. Bet they did not submit the right URL. Maybe that's the issue. Let's see if Josh Tech works. I'm not going to share my screen though while it loads. Okay. Josh Tech, I think I found you. Josh, what was it? Josh Tech or Josh? No, you did Joshua. All right, let me try Joshua Tech. I don't know if this is you either, because your LinkedIn profile is completely blank. Joshua Tech, which is what was submitted on here just without the N, Joshua Tech, there's nothing here. Like, you have your name, what they do, no activity at all. Guys, don't drop your LinkedIn in chat. Like, read the instructions. All of you who are dropping it in chat, I'm roasting you for not knowing how to read. It's literally on the screen. Reviews.hacksmarter.org. I'm not going to grab links from chat. You can submit it at reviews.hacksmarter.org if you want the opportunity to be roasted. Joshua Tech, whoever you are, if you are in the live stream, I just need you to let me know. I'm going to skip you for now. We'll go over to Romit. Give it a second for the links to load. All right. That is scary. All right, let's go ahead and begin with your LinkedIn profile. Number 1, where are you looking? Generally, when you want to take a picture, you want to look at the camera. Let's see. And of course, I'm in the US. I'm not in India, so take my advice with a grain of salt. But I believe even in India, when you take a picture, you're supposed to look at the camera, not this weird side shot thing. So number 1, I would recommend redoing your profile picture. Your backdrop is fine, but you should look at the camera and you should smile. Like you look angry, bro. Like you look weird. Smile in your picture. So first advice I can give you, don't look off to the side with like a frown on your face. If you would have just turned towards the camera and smiled, this would have been a beautiful profile picture. So I suggest redoing that. I also suggest redoing your cover photo. Bro, could you find a smaller picture? I can't even zoom in enough. Notice your cover photo is very, 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 very pixelated. It would take you 5 minutes on Canva to make a much better cover photo. So redo your profile picture so you're smiling, and find a cover photo that it looks like someone took this picture with a potato or a freaking calculator. Like someone got a graphing calculator from TI Instruments and took this picture. Higher quality would be much better. All right. Let me go ahead and connect with you since I'm roasting you. I'll send it without a note. And let's see. Oh, you don't have an about. You should have an about. Little quick recap of who you are. I'm not seeing it here. Maybe it's because I'm not connected with you on LinkedIn. I don't know what your privacy settings are, but I mean, your LinkedIn should be as open as possible if anyone's looking at you for a job. You have some featured posts, which is cool. We'll check out your activity and we'll go ahead and look at your experience. So right now you are a network and server admin. You do firewall management, monitor system network performance, ensure security and integrity of IT infrastructure, I don't know why you're doing commas, do bullet points, and maybe a little more information about what firewall management means practically. And then in Tata Strive, you were a trainee, and you do have some bullet points here. This is good. Practical hands-on training by Tata Strive. I'm guessing that should be capitalized. You capitalize cybersecurity, but not the organization name. Weird. Exposure to hands-on labs. It's all good, all good. Education is fine. What's up, JSO? What certifications do we have? Cyber threat management. Is this a cert or certificate of completion? Looks like it might be a cert. Tata Strive. Cool. I mean, nothing I would add there. From what I can tell is you are a student or formerly a student. When did you graduate? You graduated in 2023. Oh, so it's been 3 years. You could get more certs depending on what you're aiming for. But you might not need them if you're already established like in the workforce. Let's check out your activity. How active are you? 1 command, 5 minutes. This happened. 13 live subdomains. This is AI. Please, please, I'm begging you, all of you, please do not use AI to write your LinkedIn posts. You can write it on your own. I promise. You can maybe use AI to get an idea. The reason I can tell this is AI is the overuse of emojis. This stuff here. I think you did this on your own. It's just, this is how AI makes LinkedIn posts. Don't do it. The rocket is always a dead giveaway as well. The recon thing itself looks pretty interesting. Subdomains, IP addresses, that's pretty dang cool. Like the tool itself is really cool. Oh wow, but your activity sucks, dude. This is 5 months ago. Bro, this is 11 months ago. Let's check out this. Oh, it won't let me open it. Oh, it will. Why aren't you smiling, dude? Why is everybody mean mugging the camera? This dude's like, I don't want to be here. You're like, I'm about to knock this dude out as he hands you this award. Bro, smile. That guy's smiling. Why aren't you guys smiling? Cool stuff, though. Congrats on that award. But once again, you need more activity on LinkedIn, 3 to 4 posts, blah, blah, blah. I feel like a broken record when I say that. Let's see your comments. I'm going to go ahead and say your comment activity sucks because your last comment was 5 months ago saying thanks. If you want to have some type of following on LinkedIn, daily commenting 3 to 4 posts a week, you know that. I've said it already. That's my advice there. And I think that's about all to review on your LinkedIn from what I can see. Pretty basic stuff. Nothing negative, but take the advice. That this is how India rolls. I think people in India smile. All right, now we're at your GitHub, which GitHub is, less professional. You can have more like fun profile pictures. Bro, I'll just be real. I don't know what the frick this is. Is this like have some significance? You remind me of D-Cobb with him sticking his tongue out. I don't actually know what this is, but maybe it's something significant in your area. I just have no idea what this profile picture is. We have a red hood on, a mustache that starts underneath your nose, and just like, can you guys imagine that if my mustache went up to my eyeballs? That'd be interesting. But profile picture doesn't matter as much on GitHub, although you don't have any about me on GitHub. You don't have any links here on GitHub. You have almost no activity on GitHub. You did 2 contributions on January 6th, and in 2025, I mean, you had 78 contributions, so that's better, but still very little activity on GitHub. A lot of blank days. And no activity during this period. Hey, thank you for the donation, Mo Foda. I appreciate you. Let me make sure it went through. Yep, MS Foda. I'm guessing that's you right there. Appreciate you. You don't know who Salvador Dali is? Is that who that is? No, I recognize this guy now. Bro, I need to get a mustache like that. I do recognize him now that you say it. But I don't watch TV. Oh, it's from a TV show? I figured it was something that I just wasn't aware of. I got you. Okay, so on GitHub, you have very little stuff. You just forked these things. I don't think these are original projects for you, right? Like these are just forked. Oh, no, this one's you. A Wi-Fi deauth tool. Automates Wi-Fi deauth attacks. That's cool. Don't like do it out in the public without permission, but still cool. Made with love by the professor. Auto recon is Tiberius. What is the open source sim stack? Oh, this is pretty cool too. I don't know if you made this. Yeah, you did. That's awesome. I mean, you should be talking about this more on LinkedIn and portfolios and things of that nature, because you have some cool stuff that you made. I thought you made that other recon tool that you were talking about, but I don't see that in your GitHub. Maybe it's closed source. I have no idea. I think those are the 2 links that you submitted right there. So thank you once again for submitting. Thank you for the donation on Ko-Fi. I hope you found that helpful. Oh, we got another donation. Did it come through? Let's see. Cami Diamond, you got to tell me which number you are, because I don't think you followed the instructions of putting in your number when you donate. But let me go ahead and remove, there was Romit who we just did. There we go. And Cami Diamond, let me see if you are on this list somewhere. No, I don't know which one's Cami Diamond. So you got to let me know, Cami, what number you are on here, and I will manually prioritize you. And I still haven't heard from Josh Met. So Josh, you got to let me know. All right, we have MS Foda. Let me go ahead and pull up all your links real quick. Oh man, your one link is like super. Why does Dark Reader not work on it? There we go. Let me turn on Dark Reader. Okay. All right, guys. So Cammy Diamond gave. Cammy Diamond, if you could let me know which one you are. Unless he just randomly donated here. Let me get Ko-Fi pulled up and just see if I can figure out from there which one you are. So Cammy. Oh, I lost the code as I signed up a while ago. I got you. All right. I have yours pulled up. So you were number 36, I see. Okay, I got your links pulled up. So no, that's totally fine, Mofoda. There are very little rules, just as long as it's appropriate. So we will go through it. Guys, I'm going to review MS Foda or Mofoda, and then I'm going to review Cammy Diamond, and then I think we're going to wrap up the LinkedIn reviews because it's 12:30 my time. I'm getting really hungry, and so I want to eat some food. Then I got to pick up my daughter from school, and then I have another meeting this afternoon. So we'll do 2 more reviews, then we're going to wrap it up, and then tomorrow we'll do some hacking during the live stream. But apologies, was a shorter live stream because I had client meetings this morning, and I have client work this afternoon I have to work on. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into MS Foda, beginning with your LinkedIn. Number 1, profile picture looks great. Everybody look at his profile picture. Note how he doesn't look like he wants to kill you. He's dressed professionally, and I don't know why no one wants to show their teeth, but you're at least smiling, right? It's the half smile. It works. You look approachable. You look like someone that would not be scary to talk to. Doesn't look like you're gonna like stab me when I talk to you. So that's always a plus. Your cover photo, I don't know if this has significance. Oh yeah, it's the same logo as it looks like your personal company here. So that looks fine, although I feel like the quality is just low. It seems pixelated to me. When I look at it as your cover photo, it looks pixelated, and when I open it here, it looks pixelated as well. So however you made this, whether it's Canva, I would recommend redoing it and exporting it as a higher quality so it's not that pixelated nature. Let me grab a drink. And also, you're not in the US, so as usual, take my advice with a grain of salt. Your tagline here, I just feel like you're spamming keywords. IT services, open source, privacy, Linux, GRC, cybersecurity management, cloud, Nextcloud, Wazoo, Proxmox. I wouldn't do that. Have your tagline be specific about who you are. So if you look at my tagline, for example, if LinkedIn would load, right? I'm the founder of KairosSec and Hack Smarter. Nice and simple, but you know exactly who I am just by my tagline. For you, it looks like you're having an identity crisis. I don't know who you are. It just looks like you copy and pasted a bunch of keywords there. Let me go ahead and send a connection request over to you. All right, scrolling. Same with your about. Your about is just your tagline spam through there. On your about, give some information about who you are, why it matters, the things you're passionate about, things that you are working on. Is the open to work a LinkedIn feature or part of the photo? It is a LinkedIn feature. You can add the open to work and it makes you, I think, more visible to recruiters. I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know how it goes, but it is a LinkedIn feature. So I would change your about. You can look at other people's about, but just, a paragraph or two about who you are and why it matters. A paragraph that's not AI generated. Services is cool. It shows everything that you do. If I click request services, I've never used this feature on LinkedIn, so I don't know how useful it is. So if this is useful for you, keep it there, but I don't use the request services thing. All right, let's go ahead and check out your activity and check out your experience. So right now you're self-employed at allsafely.io. I like the bullet points, good explanation on what you do. Before that, you're an IT manager and an IT manager, but you don't include any information about what you did as an IT manager. So even though you're not currently in those roles, I would still suggest, maybe 3 bullet points of what you did or what you accomplished in each one of those roles. You got a bachelor's degree, that's cool. Some certifications, let me pull those open. Some projects, volunteering. This is a weird thing because you don't specify the organization. You just say you contribute to open source. Include the information about the open source project that you contribute to. Recommendations, courses. I don't know if the courses things is helpful. This is cool. You're bilingual. I would definitely include that higher up on your page, either in your tagline or the about. Emphasize the fact that you are bilingual in Arabic and English. That is something you definitely want to talk about. All right, let's look at your activity. So you did a repost 2 hours ago. You did a repost 3 hours ago. You did a repost 2 days ago. You did a repost 9 hours ago. You did a repost 1 week ago. You did a repost 1 day ago. You did a repost 2 weeks ago. You did a repost 2 weeks ago. You did a repost. Okay. Hopefully you're getting what I'm saying. I'm not seeing you make any original content on LinkedIn. The fact that you have like your own MSP or IT services, you should be significantly more active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really good for business to business sales and finding clients, but just reposting other people's content is not going to help you build your reach on LinkedIn. So share what you're learning, share what you provide, share stories, like be posting on LinkedIn, original posts that aren't AI generated 3 to 4 times a week. You would notice I think a pretty big shift in your business. I'm still scrolling. I'm not seeing any original posts by you. It's all reposts. So fix that. Make some original content. Let's look at comments. Are you active in comments? Hey, you're active on mine. Okay, this is good. This is good. You added a lot of content here to help somebody else. That's awesome. Good comment, but that was 2 weeks ago. Your comments are good, but they're so infrequent. I've only scrolled a little bit. We're already at 1 month ago, right? You are running your own MSP from what I can see, your own small business. Daily comments, my friend. Daily comments and 3 to 4 original posts every single week. You would notice significant improvement in traction on your personal brand, and I think also for your company that you run. What certs do we have? Okay, so this is not this is a certificate of completion. This is a cert. I don't know if this is a cert or certificate of completion. This is a LinkedIn cert, Linux Academy, Linux Academy, Linux Academy. You have a lot of noise on here. Honestly, I would remove all the LinkedIn stuff. I would remove certificates of completion. The only certs I recommend having are actual certs you earned, such as the Security Plus. I wouldn't include certificates of completion on here. Notice it's licenses and certifications, which is like not certificates of completion, but actual certs that you earn, such as Security Plus. Otherwise, it's just a lot of noise to look through, in my opinion. All right, let's check out your website. All right, number one, just based on your website, I feel like you're using an old WordPress module or some template. It looks like 2010, 2012. I don't know why that comes to my mind, but that's what the website looks like at initial look. We don't just fix breaks, we build roadmaps. From IT guy to strategic partner. That's cool. Maybe it's the moving carousel. I don't actually know. I also don't know what these images mean. Choose what you need. What even is this? And why do we have a computer from the 80s on here? And an old disc reader. I would update those images if you're going to keep them. Here, it might be the color scheme because I'm in dark mode. Let me turn off dark mode. Oh my goodness, my eyes are bleeding. Okay, so a lot of people use dark mode. You should have your website set up in such a way so it looks good in dark mode and in light mode. So when I switch back and forth, your website should still look good. Anytime you are doing website design, there's a few things you should always check. How does it work in normal mode? how does it work in dark mode, and how does it look on a mobile device. You need to check those 3 things when you're designing a website. Your website does not look great in dark mode. It looks much better when dark mode is turned off, but it also makes my precious hacker eyes bleed. But I'll do it in this mode since that's how you designed it. This is pretty cool. I like this, how you have these different plans laid out. Foundation, protection, strategy. What happens if I click get started? Hey, I called it. You are using a WordPress template. And then that's how I sign up, it looks like. If you are collecting client information, I would not redirect them to a third party. This is just like a client thing. WordPress easily has plugins and such that you can use for forms, because actually I use WordPress as well for Kairasek's website. So I designed this in WordPress, and I don't remember the plugin, but there's a plugin that you can build the form directly on your website, right? The less steps a customer needs to do, the better it's going to be for your business, and you generally don't want to direct a customer off of your website to a third party to fill out a form. Other than that, I think your website itself is fine. I think you could redesign it to make it a little more modern and to make it work for dark mode as well instead of just light mode, right? Because look at, well, this page looks good in dark mode. What doesn't look good in dark mode is your carousel up here. And you get page not found. So it looks like you have some work to do on your website. When I click something, I shouldn't get page not found, because you're advertising those services, right? Like, hey, if I want to learn more about this and I click it, it should take me to it, not page not found. So work on that. Let's see. And then this is your calendar link from what I can see. Book a call for IT consultation, Q&As, or visit allsafely.io. You have your phone number. If that's your personal phone number, you might want to remove it. Oh. And just include this. Let's see what the flow is like if I want to schedule a meeting with you. 2 location options. Yeah, this is good. This is fine. I use like Google Calendar, but it's very similar functionality as this. Nothing else I would add there. So overall, Mofoda, you're doing a good job. I would update your allsafely.io quite a bit to make it a little more modern, to fix those broken links, update your LinkedIn as far as being significantly more active, update your about and your tagline showing who you are instead of just spamming keywords. But hopefully you find that helpful, my friend. Go ahead and remove you from the queue. I still don't know who Joshua Tech is or whatever, so I'll leave you there, Joshua Tech, but you haven't told me in chat who you are. About certs of completion, don't they at least show some learning activity, like a project on ourselves, just like doing a lab? Yeah, but it's just noise on the actual certification page on LinkedIn. As you complete something, you should make a post about it, share what you learned, document it on GitHub. I don't think LinkedIn certification page is the place for certificates of completion. I might be wrong, though. That very much is a personal preference on my end. Okay, so Cami Diamond, you donated, and then you shared your links over on Ko-Fi. So I'm going to grab your links here and pull those up, and this will be the last review that we do today, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we will be back to hacking all of the things, and then we'll do some more LinkedIn reviews later on. Let me get another drink of water. All right, let's talk about Max Bautista, if I'm saying that correctly. Profile picture looks good, although I think you're at a wedding, which is kind of weird. But you know what? It works. You're at some wedding. You look nice. You have, you're not really smiling, but you kind of have like a friendly look on your face. So I guess I'll count that as smiling. But do think it's weird that you're at a wedding from what I can see, but I wouldn't necessarily change your profile picture. It's fine. Your cover photo is fine. It's very, very, very generic, but it sort of works, sort of fits. If you wanted to update it to make it more personal about you or to have your name and certifications on it, you could, but I'm not saying you have to do that by any means. Yeah, no problem, Mofoda. Hopefully you found that helpful. I'm going to go ahead and accept your invitation request since I am roasting you. It's the least I can do. All right. I am a systems engineer and cybersecurity analyst passionate about solving complex problems and continuously expanding my skills, especially in cyber and pen testing. With a background that blends engineering, programming, and philosophy. Ooh, interesting. I have a master's degree in theology, which is sort of like philosophy. I take a multidisciplinary approach to innovation and technology, always curious, always learning. I love your about section. Nice, short, to the point, but also provides a little bit of insight of who you are as a person. That is good. I'm going to go ahead and open up your activity, your experience here. Systems engineer at one company could be completely different from a systems engineer at another company. Have at least 3-4 bullet points that say what you do in each one of these roles. So I see systems engineer, I see help desk analyst, help desk technician, configuration technician, package handler. I kind of have an idea of that is, but especially for these more tech related or tech adjacent roles, have some bullet points, have a little more of description about what each one of those roles are or what you accomplished in them. So when people are looking at it or someone's looking at it to hire, they know what skills you have done in those previous roles. Education looks good. You have a high school diploma. I mean, I don't think you need that on your LinkedIn. Like if you have a bachelor's degree, we kind of assume you went to high school. So I would remove your high school diploma. It feels like something a high schooler would add. And you graduated in 2016, so you've been out of high school for 10 years now. Believe it or not, Max, you're old. Oh, how do you get 2 high school diplomas, bro? I don't actually know how that works. But remove both your high school diplomas and just keep your bachelor's degree on there. License and certification. So you also have a mix of certificates of completion alongside real certifications. I already did my rant on that, so take it or leave it. All right, rest of this looks fine. All right, let me look at your license and certification. So this is a certificate of completion. This is an actual certificate. This is cert completion, cert completion, cert completion, cert completion, cert completion, and then you have, so here's why certificate of completions take up needless space. You have really good certifications you should be showing off. A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, EJPT, but look how much I had to scroll to even see those. Remove all the TryHackMe certificates of completion. They're not impressive to someone looking at it, I don't think. If you want to showcase that, do it in a LinkedIn post. Remove all of those because they're covering up your real certifications that you have, in my opinion. All right, let's check out your activity. All right, you did a repost 6 days ago. You did a repost 6 days ago. And you made your own post 1 week ago. I didn't post this yet, but I cracked my second active machine on Hack the Box last weekend with a small beginner CTF group. Moving over to Hack the Box has been absolutely phenomenal. Hack Smarter would be cooler though. I've yet to post the write-up as that's against the policy, but I've been pumping other machines and write-ups on my website. Hey, you know what, Max? You know what website is fully streamer friendly and you can post write-ups on everything? Hack Smarter. I don't know why it took a while to load there, but Hack the Box is awesome. Hack Smarter is also awesome. But when you solve a lab on Hack Smarter, even as soon as it releases, you can post a write-up. Just saying. I'm just saying you should check out Hack Smarter. Most is good. What I would do, though, for traction, and I don't know why it's this way, all right, but LinkedIn prioritizes images in their algorithm. If you would have taken a picture of you with that small beginner CTF group, like if you guys are sitting at a table, you literally just take like a selfie of you at your computer working on the lab, this post would have performed significantly better. Anytime you can add photos to a post on LinkedIn, it will get more traction. That's what since you can't post a write-up, that's what you should have done is posted a photo. All right, this is 2 weeks ago. Universal print is not a convenient option for your Intune environment. Feel free to check out this simple script I created. That's awesome. Love that you're sharing scripts that you are creating. Another Hack the Box machine that you completed. Website is now launched with some write-ups, which I think we're going to be reviewing that next. Very cool. And you posted, I mean, I guess that's your Try Hack Me profile. But this was 1 month ago, so if you've been here for the other reviews, more LinkedIn activity is going to be better for you. 3 to 4 posts a week, at least daily comments, adding value to other people, which I guess I haven't checked out your comments. Let's see how you're doing on comments. All right, your last comment was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. 3 months ago. Yeah, you need way more comments. You already know that. I don't have to harp on that. Daily comments, asking questions, adding value, giving back, all of those good things being done in the comment section. All right, let's go ahead and check out your website. Hacking Insights by Max Bautista. Like this. I like the design. I like the dark look. Nice and simple. All right, I just want to point something out to you, though. You mentioned this about that you hold the CompTIA A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, IT Operations Specialist, and Secure Infrastructure Specialist. Note that you did not say, I also have these 15 certificates of completion by Try Hack Me. Those don't mean anything. I don't think. Real certs do. And you mentioned each APT and Solar and Programming certs. On Try Hack Me, I've completed over 525 rooms in the top 2,000 globally. I don't know if anyone cares about that, while actively progressing through Hack the Box training. But I do just want to point out to you that when you talk about your certifications, you don't say, I also have the offensive security path completed, blah, blah, blah. This site will serve as a living record of my work and growth. I love this. If those of you watching, if you don't have some type of site where you are sharing what you are learning, you need to. Sup, Grepitaph. Let's see your connect page. Contact me. GitHub coming soon. Cool, cool. All right, I want to check out at least one of your posts. Let's check out your most recent write-up. So this is for the SAO machine. Okay, when you are making a write-up like this, there's a way in WordPress or whatever you're using to do a code block. Screenshots are good, but for a write-up, you should make it easy for someone to copy and paste your command syntax directly from your write-up. I cannot copy and paste from an image. Other than that, though, it looks fine. Now, until you're familiar, it shows it's a Golang, blah, blah, navigate to a web server. It looks like we create a basket, create the basket. I'm wondering if I can get a shell. I like that you are narrating your thought process as you work your way through the lab. I like that the write-up is clearly not an AI-generated write-up, like you're actually typing it out yourself. Grabbing the user flag. I will say I think it's against Hack the Box policy to include the user flag like this in clear text, although they might dynamically update them now. I'm really not sure. Found this exploit, submit the root flag, and then GG, good game. This is good. You can improve your write-ups significantly, I think, by using code blocks for some of your commands, by giving a deeper analysis. So like once you solve a machine in a write-up, go do a beyond root. So if you ever look at 0xDF, he does an excellent job with his write-ups. Like a good, if you want to do written write-ups, he is a good example to look at. So he gives a summary in the beginning, but I want you to notice he uses these code blocks in his write-up. So it looks like a terminal, but if I'm following along, I can copy and paste from his code blocks. I think he's kind of the gold standard when it comes to making write-ups. And he always does this thing on the bottom called Beyond Root. Did I click into it? Temp sandboxes? Yeah. Where he explains, like, here are some things I tried that didn't work. Here's what I enumerated after solving the machine to understand the machine better. So he gives more value than this is how you solve the machine. His Beyond Root gives a deeper analysis, and you learn a lot through it. So for you, Max, and for anyone else who does written walkthroughs, Look at 0xDF. I think he's one of the gold standards for walkthroughs. Another person who does really good walkthroughs is my friend 0xBob. So 0xBob does walkthroughs for Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, and of course the best platform in the world, Hack Smarter. So like if I click into one of his walkthroughs, note that he also gives kind of a summary, which I think is cool. And then all of his commands, he includes screenshots of his commands, but notice above each one of his screenshots, he also does a text component. IPSec is video walkthroughs though, psyched. I don't think he does written walkthroughs. So for people doing written walkthroughs, 0xDF and my friend 0xBob apparently need 0x in front of your name to do a walkthrough. And note that he has screenshots, but he includes direct links here, so it's easy for you to follow along, which he does an excellent job doing that as well. So look at people like 0xDF, 0xBob to get an idea of how they do walkthroughs and consider how you can copy their format. So to answer your question, Zebra, you get that dilutes the proctored search, but it's the activity. I guess what it comes to is separating from the real search. When you solve a lab on Hack Smarter, Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, it definitely means something, but only if you document it somewhere. So I don't suggest documenting those in your certification section on LinkedIn, but you should be documenting them. This is why it's so important to have a portfolio website. Solve it, create a walkthrough, share that walkthrough on LinkedIn, live stream or make a video of yourself solving it. That's how you showcase your learning from Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, and Hack Smarter, is by sharing what you are learning, not necessarily including the certificate of completion in your LinkedIn section. So I agree with you. It shows activity. It shows that you are doing something, but you should take it to the next level and use that activity to teach another person. What did you learn? How can you teach another person? How can you build a platform out of that? That is how you demonstrate the learning activity from those platforms, not diluting your real certifications by posting a bunch of certificates of completion on your LinkedIn certificate section. I hope that makes sense. Once again, personal preference, but I think a lot of people in the world of HR and hiring would agree with that take. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I still don't know who Joshua Tech is. So that is, I'm going to go, well, I won't delete it. I'll leave it here. Maybe I'll figure out who he is later on if he posts. But guys, the first stream did crash, so we don't see all of it, but I've been live for about 2 hours now, if you count the first stream that broke and we had to restart things. But guys, I am starving. I'm going to grab some food and have to go get my daughter from school. And then I have a meeting this afternoon and client work this afternoon. So I'm going to call it a day on the streaming side of things, but I really do appreciate all of you taking the time to hang out with me. I will be back tomorrow for another live stream, but tomorrow we'll do some hacking. I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anyone streaming on Twitch right now that we can raid. It looks like B7H30. Let me go ahead and see who that is. I'll turn off my desktop audio so you guys can't hear it. Oh, no, they're not streaming. Weird. It shows on InfoSec streams that they were streaming, but when I clicked them, they're offline. So, all right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm not going to rate anyone because I don't see anyone else on InfoSec streams, but I appreciate every single one of you taking the time to hang out with me. Even if I did not get to roasting you, here's the thing I've noticed. When it comes to LinkedIn, GitHubs, the advice I give is almost the same for every single person. Daily comments, 3 to 4 original posts a week. It all comes down to this. What can you do today to add value to the community? What can you do today to help another person learn? If you focus on giving back to the community, if you focus on helping other people learn, you will naturally build a very powerful personal brand. So don't focus on building a brand, focus on genuinely helping other people, and the personal brand will follow. So thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another live stream as we continue our journey together of hacking all the things, learning and growing together. Till next time, hack smarter, not harder. Peace.